Hello and welcome to Course Like Your Car Brochure channel, and in today's episode, the Dacia Denem. Welcome back, and if you're new to Course Like Your Car Brochure channel, looking at car brochures from around the world for the 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s and sometimes beyond that. So if you're interested in cars and car brochures, please consider subscribing. Anyway, thank you for joining us, and today's episode, like I say, the Dacia Denem. Think Renault 12. And this particular brochure is from around about 1983 when it actually arrived in the UK. Think sort of bargain basement cars, but a little bit of a flaw which we'll have a look at now. But let's have a look at today's brochure. And here it is. And like I say, think of it as the Renault 12 really. It was just a Renault 12. Dacia acquired the tooling for the basic design of that car and, developed this vehicle, Dacia, in Romania, of course. And back then it was known as the Dacia 1300, which lasted somewhere between 69 and 79, and then the successor, the Dacia 1310, which was based on the 1300, which went from 1979 onwards till probably into the 2000s, I'm going to say. But this particular car, it looks a little bit out of place at this time. Look, even a vinyl roof on this top spec one, that's a little bit 70s, isn't it? And certainly out of date really when it arrived in 83 in the UK. Remember, think the R12, the Renault 12 in France, that went from 69 to 1980. And certainly when the Renault 12 was launched, it was highly praised by auto journalists at the time for being spacious, a comfortable interior, the styling and the performance and the fuel consumption were all praised. But we're talking 69, this is 83 now, and I don't think the build quality was quite as good, but it really was something that was going to sell on price, wasn't it? And indeed in the UK, the price for the basic one started around about £3,190, which was certainly a lot cheaper than something like a Ford Sierra. The problem, of course, it was, a lot more of a bargain basement car than a Ford Sierra, so it warranted that lower price, and the price really wasn't low enough. Something like a Lada was like £2,500 FSO, somewhere similar. Skoda Stell, somewhere similar. So there was lots of other bargain basement cars that there were more bargain basement prices, so really it wasn't much of a sales success here in the UK. Anyway, enough waffle, let's concentrate on the brochure. As it says at the top there, the Dacia range of saloons and estates. Yeah, you can get it as a saloon or an estate car. I do think this front cover is rather hilarious. There is the dad in the background with his rather lovely Jaguar XJS, waving presumably his wife and the kids off to school in their lowly but presumably brand new Dacia Denem. It's just a strange little image, that really. Y plate, of course, in the UK that would mean Y plate went from 82 to 83, so I'm thinking this brochure is from 1983, and this would have been the top of the range Dacia Denem at the time in the UK. Note lovely alloy wheels, vinyl roof. It was pretty well equipped actually, the top of the range model. But overall, I don't think the price was right in the UK. I don't think they said that correctly. The Denem name, incidentally, I don't think was used anywhere else but the UK. And then if we pull back and then open up, it actually opens up quite nicely. It kind of opens up like a card style. And this flap opens here as well somewhere. There we go. To open up to this like sort of long style card type thing showing the various different models. Let's concentrate on this side and zoom in here. So we've got this top of the range white one again, which is joined by a lower spec estate version by the looks of it. Quite a nice low loading still on there, so I'm sure the estate was quite practical. We've even got these little loading bars on top there as well, so obviously a practical estate, but I don't think the build quality was really there. And then the estate in use, bit of a side profile. The wheels, we can see those sorts of centre little chrome caps on there. Still must be quite a high version, this one, with that sort of like a inbuilt roof rack type system. The gentleman pulling out, I don't know, two-handled something or other, I'm not sure exactly what that is. And then probably the most bizarre and probably the worst caption ever in a brochure: the very acceptable Denem. Who wants a car that's very acceptable? Oh yeah, it'll do the job, you know, but in a brochure? That's a very strange heading, and you know, I had to look twice when I saw that. That is a really terrible slogan for a car brochure or a car. The very acceptable Denem. And then on the opposite side though, we've been joined with a blue example of the saloon again. A little bit of a lower model there by looks of it. Incidentally, you can have a look at these registration plates if you will, to see if they're still around. I've not done, but I suspect not, because I think the last time I looked there wasn't a single Dacia Denem left on UK roads, rather sadly. And I suppose I have to zoom in on this gentleman. Very cute little puppy there, but this gentleman with a white shirt, white pants, white socks and white shoes. I don't know where he's going, but I hope he's careful. I don't think I'd last about 20 seconds before I'd look like a disaster. But there he is, all in white. And then the Dacia range of saloons and estates. Incidentally, in 1983, I used to call these Dacias, the Dacia Denem, but apparently that is not the correct way to say it. Apparently it's Dacia, but I didn't pronounce it like that at the time. Anyway, Dacia presents the brilliant new Denem range, economical and fun to drive. You can choose from 4 saloons and 2 estates, all attractively styled, from the exterior trim to the luxurious upholstery. Take a good look at the full specification and you can see why we call the Denem very acceptable. Again, using the word acceptable, I'm not sure that's a good really word to be using in a car brochure. And when you consider the prices, you'll see why the Denem is very affordable as well. And then the back page is like with most brochures, it's the specification page, and we've been joined by all the models shown in this brochure at the bottom here. So we'll zoom in, offer a little bit of a description and specifications for the 4-door saloon and estates, and then we'll move along and look at the specifications. Okay, so the specifications. Just a little engine, 1289cc, 60 bhp, 4-speed manual gearbox, rack and pinion steering, dual circuit servo assisted brakes, disc front, drum rear, front wheel drive, radial tyres, 40 miles per gallon at 56 miles per hour, laminated windscreen, integral heated rear windows, electric screen wash, 2-speed wipers, driver's door mirror, dipping interior mirror, 2-speed heater, 2-quart halogen headlamps, rear fog warning lamps, auto reverse lamps, illuminated cigar lighter, instrument light, rheostat control, interior courtesy light, handbrake low fluid warning light, chalk warning light, oil pressure warning light, coolant temperature warning light, hazard warning lights, battery condition gauge, thermostatic cooling fan with manual override and indicator light, 50 amp alternator, 45 amp hour HT battery, front bumper overriders, recline front seats, inertia reel seat belts, front and rear integral armrests, child safety rear door locks, vanity mirror, rally style sump guard, that's interesting, rally style fuel tank guard, full width parcel tray, locking fuel cap, 12 months unlimited mileage warranty, full anti-corrosion protection throughout. I mean, those rally style sump guards and that rally style fuel tank guard surprised me, but then again, I guess roads in Romania pretty rough, I'm going to say. Estate, 5-seater with 32 cubic foot luggage space, or with seats folded 60 cubic feet of luggage space. Saying the roads in Romania may be pretty rough. They're probably best in the UK, to be honest with you, but never mind. So then we got the Denem L. So we've got all that plus fitted carpets, fabric upholstery, dual side mirrors, side protection mouldings, sports road wheels, twin automatic reversing lamps, and a luggage compartment lamp. So not too much on the L. And then the L Estate adds integral head restraints, rear mud flaps, and a rear wash wipe. Then we get the GL Saloon, which adds integral head restraints, rear mud flaps, chrome wheel embellishers, centre console, push button radio, door pockets, and stylised bumpers. The Estate adds front mud flaps, integral roof luggage rack, and a rear wash wipe. And then at top of the range, the GLX adds front mud flaps, floor console, door pockets, a vinyl roof, radio stereo cassette player, stylised bumpers, alloy wheels, digital clock, and electric front windows. And then we get the fuel consumption figures, and considering it's only a 1289cc, I was kind of expecting better figures than that, to be honest. At the bottom here, again, we get these images of these cars, but at least now we know that this is going to be a higher spec one. For certainly, it's going to be the GL. We can just about make out those head restraints. We can just about make out it's got a rear mud flaps. No front mud flaps, though, if you notice, on there as well. So, you know, it was the higher spec one, that blue one as well. It's also got those sort of like a chrome wheel embellishers, as it calls it. If we move along, there is that top of the range one again, the GLX. It has front mud flaps as well, although on that picture it's very hard to make out. We can certainly see that vinyl roof though, and those alloy wheels. Okay, and then this final one is the Estate, obviously, and this is going to be the GL as well. If you notice, we have got front mud flaps on the GL, although the GL Saloon didn't, for whatever reason. We've also got these integral roof luggage bars on top, which denotes GL, and we've got these little chrome centre caps there as well. And then finally at the bottom there's a little Dacia badge, the Dacia Car Company Limited, and the UK address at the time. Dacia House, Northway, Andover, Hamps is the address, and the telephone number, which I presume would not do anything today. So there you go, the little Dacia Denem. If you remember these little cheap and cheerful cars, please jot it in the comments, or even if you owned one, let me know your experiences. Always very interesting to learn about. Thank you so much for watching today. Please do like and subscribe if you've not done already, and we'll see you very soon. So say take care and goodbye.